All right, so the representatives for the MLB Players Association and the MLB Owners, or the league, met today for a little under 2 hours, collectively as a group, and then chief guys for one on each side met one-on-one afterward. And I was actually surprised, because initially it was supposed to be a lot of collective bargaining threshold talk, and how to kind of counter it with expanded playoffs, but it went off in some different tangents. So I'm going to give you the details because I have them here. Before I do that, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you don't want to miss when this lockout ends, and if you haven't done that yet, and please hit the bell icon so you're notified of every bit of information leading up to this end of the lockout and all the free agents and trades that happens afterwards. So with that, this is according to Evan Drellick as well, and it's kind of being filtered out in other sources too. But here are the details, the major details for the MLB Players Association proposal. The MLB can start to implement 3 on-field changes. I'm looking down, by the way, at my baseball book. They can, starting in 2023, they can implement 3 on-field changes in a 45-day span. Pitch clock, larger bases, and restrictions on the shift, which we know about. Larger bases, I mean... Okay, but MLB also wants robot umps, but the MLB union right now is not on board with that, and I don't blame them. So, pre-arb bonus pool, which was initially, the last disagreement or whatever, was down to $85 million. The union dropped it another $5 million down to $80 million, so they're still a ways apart from each other by about $50 million, so we'll see what happens there. But what surprised me the most is there was no change at all on the collective bargaining thresholds or the minimums, which was supposed to be the meat and potatoes of this conversation today, but it wasn't. So maybe they're, willing to be, flexible on that for more bonus pool money. Well, we'll see how the counter proposal comes from MLB, which I do expect them to reject this and counter. I hope they counter tomorrow, but we'll see. What else happened? So the draft pick compensation goes away, obviously, but the MLB Players Association is okay with the CBT penalties of some sort, many of which are apparently going to be non-monetary. So I'm guessing a forfeiture of draft picks or being moved down spots in the draft or whatever. So that stuff hasn't been finalized yet. Revenue changes, revenue sharing changes are still being proposed. There's no more details into that as well, but I know they're talking, quite a bit about revenue sharing. And MLB Players Association still wants 6 picks for the amateur draft, or a draft lottery for the first 6 picks. The MLB League, they only want 5. So more details will come out. I'll feed you in on that too. But like I said, this is likely to be rejected by the league and countered with something. But those are the main meat and potatoes of what happened today. Again, less CBT talk, more draft pool, pre-arb lottery talk today. So we'll see what happens with this counter. I'm guessing the Major League, the league itself is going to counter over the next couple days. I would expect if they want to not postpone any more games, they need to do that. But that's what happened today, guys. I'll keep it coming. Talk to you next time.